Salesforce Field Service office hours is live. Here we go. Leigh-Anne Nugent here, joined by a larger group. Yay, thanks everybody for joining. We are a group of field service junkies, enthusiasts, whether we're forced to or just love the space. We are here to ramp up our skills on Salesforce Field Service. Last week, Simon Kuntz from the Salesforce product management team delivered a release readiness webinar. So for those who joined, we are here to maybe do a little bit of a remix, dig into some of the other things that we saw. And Frank's here. Sweet. I'm going to just drop a little bit of tidbit on what we're planning for future sessions. So today we're going to talk about the summer 25 release notes. We are thinking about making next week about DevOps Center, because a lot of us haven't gotten our paws on it. So we'd like to take a look at what DevOps Center looks like. And I did make a call out to the broader Salesforce ecosystem, specifically to ISVs, so that they could share how awesome their product could either supplement or maybe an alternative to Salesforce Field Service. Frank Van Loon, welcome to the party. He is not presenting today, but I thought he is one of those people. So can you just do a little short intro so that we all know who you are and why I'm so excited you're here?
Sure. Yeah, so I've been doing Salesforce Field Service implementations for over 10 years. I did a lot with ServiceMax for a while there, and then a lot with Salesforce Field Service. And we've even built a product that we brought to market that we call Bolt Data Connect, and it is IoT for field service inside of Salesforce. And so that's been my primary focus for the last couple years, but still out there doing other field service implementations in all kinds of things, not just IoT.
Excellent. So we are very excited. None of us have had a chance to dig into the asset service lifecycle. There is a SKU for connected assets for that Salesforce is offering as part of that kind of bundle. However, it's nice to talk to somebody who's been out there doing it as an alternative. Bull Data Connect has been around for a while. So every single time I've heard of an connected asset use case, I usually say, have you spoken to Bull Data? They have something already special. One of these days, Frank will do a demo for us. He's just observing, and he'll let us know when he's available to present. So little teaser there.
Thank you.
Yeah, so excited. We have other people who are looking to join us, folks from anywhere, calendar, anything. And I'm going to try to get Sharon Picks to hop on, but their time zone is a little bit off. So if there's one of these days, I'm trying to get them in here, and we'll just bring in some other speakers. There was also this other woman who I'm close with, who is in the training space, and she actually partners with unions on skilling up tradespeople, and knowing that they're calling it this silver tsunami is happening in the trade industry. So how are we skilling up the next generation of technicians? So it seems like she has partnered up with unions and there is a path forward. So I'm looking to see if she can come to the party. But anyways, if you have anybody who you think of that might add additional value, we're not just here to know about Salesforce. We're here to advance our expertise in the field service domain. So how can we just be an overall better advisor for our clients? Okay. I think that's everything I want to say right now. Let's dig into the And then, as usual, jump in. If you've got anything that you want to say or direct, I love rabbit holes and I love getting squirreled. So all those cute fuzzy animals, just chime in. Okay, field service. I'm in the summer 25 release notes. Okay, I will also just do this plug. Part of the reason why we have looked at the release notes when they come out so that we anticipate what's coming, but I don't really like playing with the release notes unless if I can actually get into an environment. So part of that resistance is because the field service mobile app, I don't tend to download test flight. We can get into a test flight again, rabbit hole if you're interested, but test flight is something that you use to see a release preview. So and you can only connect to that increased org. You can't connect to an existing production org. So that's part of the reason why I don't download it, because if I have to troubleshoot something in a production environment, I'm out of luck. I used to have two devices. I do not now. I don't. So I don't, which is not ideal. So if other people have other strategies for testing the summer release, especially on mobile, chime in. Any secrets that you want to share? Or are you like me and just wait? And when I say wait, we're tending to wait anywhere between 2 weeks ish, depending on because they don't update the app until all of the orgs have migrated. So it might even be 3 weeks, depending on the region that you're in. So every single org has to migrate to the new release, and then they can deploy the major release for field service. I'm going to do one more segue. The product team would appreciate our support in testing test flight to reduce the number of rollbacks that they have to do when they go live. And I make that face. I wish I could help. But again, if it was just a little bit easier for me to test on the pre-releases, I would do it. If anybody's figured it out, chime in. The product team would be super grateful. One of the things that I'm going to just get rid of the first thing that we know that we want to talk about later was related to DevOps. Wonder where DevOps Center would be for field service if it's in any of these things. Would it be under Field Service Go? No. I don't see it here in the. I don't see it here. But we did hear that DevOps Center was supporting field service. So for next session, we plan to open up our simple demo org to see if that exists in our environments. So I'm not going to dig into that today. And again, I'm not seeing it in here. And then I'm also going to just do one quick. Oh, you found it? I knew it. I knew you would, Bruce.
Just releases in general. I don't know if that's the details you want.
Gotcha. Oh, okay. So they're special. This product is special and releases on its own cadence, like Agentforce, it looks like. Meaning to say, do you think this is a package that you have to download? Oh, it's related to the GitHub. Anyways, this is going to be next week because we're not ready to dig into that. Okay, so I'm going to address Salesforce Go because this has been I guess, close to the heart feature for me. I've tested it a couple of times. There was a bug when they first released it, but it should have been fixed in the July 14 patch. So this was the part of the deploy Salesforce Field Service in 60 minutes challenge that I said, we can do this. Get your environment ready for testing, or maybe you've got a full sandbox that, I don't know, or like a trial environment or something that you want to spin up really quickly. You can spin up field service in 60 minutes. And with Go, it helps so much because it does all the package installations and it does all of the traditional things that we would do that were just so tedious. The bug that we had, and so if you are bumping into something in your Trailhead sandboxes, it was related to entitlements. So if entitlements was turned on, then the process would stop. But I went to setup, turned off entitlements, and refired the process. And it all of a sudden worked. So that was good. And I did hear that if you have person accounts enabled, that was also a bug. I did not have person accounts enabled. So I was praying to the gods that I didn't have to deal with anything related to person accounts in my org. So that wasn't enabled. So it just had to deal with entitlements. So my idea was to spin up another trailhead and just press the launch button again, or Salesforce Go, and see if it actually works on the first try. The roadmap, so safe harbor this one, where they're looking to take Field Service Go is bring asset management to the party. So anything related to asset maintenance schedules. I'm not entirely sure what it's going to look like, but that's on the roadmap. And then they were thinking about what else do we need to put on this roadmap for winter, spring, and maybe summer. So they're looking to see if there's more that they can do in the future. So if you have other ideas on what we need to stand up really quickly for field service implementations, let me know and we can convey that message to the team. The one part that Simon did not get into was anything related to enhanced scheduling and optimization, right? Did I miss it? Anybody else on the call? I don't think he talked to us about this.
Like specific to Salesforce Go or at all on that?
Sorry, on enhanced scheduling and optimization. I don't think he said anything related to what was new here.
Nothing about it at all. Okay.
Yeah, that's what I thought too. Okay, so looks like they added more guidance and documentation for adoption. Okay. The checklist, that implementation checklist that we are curating, I added you all as contributors. Ben, you're relatively new, so you might not have access to this implementation checklist. So if you need that, let me know. The idea behind the checklist was, again, to support that standing up field service in 60 minutes. Like, what are all the minimum things that you need to do? But then if you do have to turn on enhanced scheduling and optimization, what are those minimum steps? It feels like it's getting easier to stand up enhanced scheduling and optimization. And they've got this readiness check. So we can dig into that and see. So I guess with this overview, I'm looking to see where do we want to open the org and actually try it out. What's this one? Usability of resource scheduling, reduced data loading. What's this? Interesting. Bruce, this is interesting.
Yep.
So remember with our city project, do you think this helps increase the scope? No, because regardless of all of the rules that we had, it was all appointments anyways. There were no, I'm not sure, ready for optimization checkbox. That's also considered.
Yeah. I mean, in your specific Opti request, you say filter by whatever, but maybe it's saying this excludes others that somehow don't meet the work rules. Maybe if the day you're doing is before the earliest start of some essays, it doesn't send them in the request.
Yeah.
Something like that. Like it does a little bit of filtering for you based on lay of the land of the work rules. That seems a weird little pre-processing, but it could be helpful.
Yeah. There is a limit to the number of service appointments you can have in the job. And by job, what do we mean by a job? When you see okay, hold on. An optimization request itself can only have a maximum of, it says 5,000 objects, but what we learned is service appointments, but what we learned it's 5,000 service appointments or 6,000 objects.
Right. There's also the absences considered. I think the memberships are in there. I don't know if
The assigned resources, if it's scheduled.
Yeah. Yes, that sort of doubles up. And one of the pain points in that, let's say you have a week that looks great, but a middle day in the week falls out. The job you send out to reschedule that middle day of the week includes everything on the day before and everything on the day after, all those objects Leigh-Anne just mentioned, because the system might include multi-day work. Even if yours doesn't, they factor that it might. So they want to include everything before and after the day you're going after. And if there are lots and lots of resources and lots of time, lots and lots of short little appointments on the day before and the day after, you may not ever be able to get an Opti job out the door to consider rescheduling that day in the middle. You may have to cave in the rest of the schedule so that you can get that next day scheduled.
So all that to say, when you have high volume service appointments, be very mindful. There are some tips and tricks you can use to try to reduce the scope and the number of appointments that you're scheduling in an optimization job one day at a time kind of thing. And then a checkbox to, again, reduce the scope. So yeah, we've definitely been down that path before, but there are not very many field service projects that have those kind of volumes. And one more comment on volumes. There is on the roadmap hold on, let me just open my Slack for just 1 second because I want to get this language right. There is a new feature coming. It's related to unlimited optimization. It's called high scale optimization. And I don't know what that means. So that call with the product team is next Thursday. So maybe the following week I can talk to you all about what is coming. So another safe harbor thing, the parade. So this one's interesting with conflict management. I think the idea here was related to if rollback mode is selected. Yeah, we never talked about this. I don't know what this means. Do we ever play with this rollback? Let's look at the field service settings.
Leigh-Anne, it could be that when you change appointments that are part of the optimization game, if you change any of those fields, the optimization will basically roll back because it says, hey, something changed. I don't know what it is, so I'm stopping. That's the reason why we run like night optimization for 4 hours or 6, and day optimization is 10 minutes to reduce the amount of these interruptions. And it looked like what they're introducing is the ability to change ISO appointment start and status and something else there. And that shouldn't create the rollback.
With the always commit mode selected. Wow.
Yeah, if you see this.
This is friendly. Oh, there's a new scheduling policies tab.
Or didn't it say
No.
in guided setup?
What the hell is guided setup?
Go to the right, the button at the
Oh yeah, thank you. There's so many. Is it setup?
I don't know why, but that made me laugh harder than it should have. What the hell is guided setup?
Right, that one. Let's read. Go to settings. Okay, we're enabled. Create and manage scheduling policies. Yes, we've done that. Click go. Go to guided setup, and under getting started, click new in the policies tab and select the policy commit mode. Always commit. Oh, there's a field on the policy itself. Are you going to open? On the real? This is what happens when you, I don't know, use the system. Scheduling policies. There was a field on here that says Commit mode. Yeah, it's a pick list. I remember seeing this. Did anybody use this? Or is it one of these scenarios where the dispatcher schedules an appointment, ignores the decision, and commits the recommended solution? The appointment was assigned to both, which is invalid. Oh. Okay, we could just open up and just see what life is like when we'll have this box ticked and when you don't have it ticked.
Yeah.
Rollback is the default for orgs created in summer 23 and later, where it's enabled by default. So I guess you're never going to know what it was before if you've got a newer org, and just enjoy the new feature. Okay. I've never had anybody. I guess that makes sense, Mark. So thanks for chiming in on that one. Like, it doesn't know what to do. So it just like, there's an error here. Something changed while I was doing a job. So now I'm going to roll back to what it was before.
It wasn't actually, it's not that they didn't know what to do. That was the guidance, right? If things change underneath what you're doing, right? It's if human interacts, that means something changed. And I shouldn't make changes unless they restarted. So
The
that's
job.
the idea.
So the whole job would just cancel.
Yes, the whole run would be canceled.
Yeah, got it. Okay.
And I think that has implications for the in-day optimization, right? Because now you can run in-day optimization with this thing and basically commit stuff.
Yeah. So if somebody makes a data update to any one of those fields, the in-day optimization job will fail, unless if we've got that commit mode on.
That's what it looks like. Again, during the day, we have too many updates. It might be like every run would be interrupted one way or the other. I don't know. We need to test it.
Okay. Yeah. I feel like I'm trying to figure out exactly what the use case is. Like, what's the business scenario? So anyway, okay. Okay. Precise travel time with buffer time. So this was the scenario where you have like parking or unloading assets. It's a really big complex, or like the time it takes to walk from the loading dock to actually where the equipment is could take anywhere between 5 and 10 minutes. If you're in a really big hospital or whatever it is, you can add that kind of buffer time. The piece that I don't love about this is that it's either a global setting or a territory setting, not a site setting. Because to me, I would think like the territory, maybe the territory's like that because parking sucks if you're servicing a major city. But
It's just previously you added it from there on the territory. So where do you
it's
send it
on
now?
accounts now. Oh, so maybe that's right. It's also on the service appointment. Oh, okay. So that's what it is now. Yay. Each appointment depending on what the account was. Perfect. Thank you. See, this is why we do this together, because I don't like to read.
Shake
you.
fist at cloud.
I hated this. Oh yeah, we know. That's why we fixed it. Okay, so that's cool. I want to see where this is. In the field service admin, go to the field service settings, select scheduling, and then choose routing. But then you can choose it on specific territory. Okay, I want to see it on the appointment. Show me the money.
Is it like a field that they added?
That's what I want to know. I don't know. That's why we're digging in. Buffer.
It feels like they allow you to say which field would account for the buffer. So let's go to the settings first.
You can set the buffer on specific territories or service appointments, right? So let's do that. Settings. Good call. Scheduling, maybe routing, buffer, travel time buffer in minutes.
How about wave over the bubble next to it? There you go.
Yep. So this is right. This is the global setting. Every single service appointment. So am I still Grandpa Simpson?
Okay. So where you searched on the essay for buffer, maybe search for travel or something like that.
No.
Time.
Let's just
That
see.
seems bogus.
In setup, field service settings, yes. Admin, go to settings, select scheduling and routing, enter the number. You can also set the buffer on specific territories or service appointments.
You did try the
Is it-
buffer word, right?
Yes, I tried the buffer word.
Yeah.
Yes. Is it maybe not a good idea to check Salesforce Inspector because of API?
Oh, the API version might be out of date. Interesting.
Is it? I don't know. Yeah.
There you go.
Okay. So don't always rely on Inspector for the new travel buffer in minutes. So if we were to set this up at an account level, right? We know that this
Or a location level with automation. If it's
correct a counter location.
yeah.
We say it takes on average 30 minutes to get from the loading dock or the parking garage to the actual site. But there's also some scenarios where you might have to unload your truck and then drive your truck to like some place because you don't want to carry all your equipment. Then so you go park, then you got to walk back, and then you got to pick up all your stuff. So whatever that scenario is, this is accounting for that. So if we know that, actually one question that I have for the group about this, I spoke to one client about this exact scenario, and sometimes during the sales cycle, they do a site, it's like a walk around type of thing. I can't remember exactly what they called it, but it was a walk around where they would film what the whole area looks like. And they actually would do that walk from the loading dock all the way through. Here's how you get to where this equipment is so that the team, the installer or the repair person would be able to just follow the video. And they were asking me where I would put that information. And I thought a knowledge article, but then I don't know, like, is that, especially if it's a video? And then I thought Sharon Pix might be an interesting solution for that. Have
Or
you
like
all seen a
part of the
series?
maybe like part of the VRA
Yeah, I was about
object
to
model.
say
Yeah.
VRA would be brilliant.
Really? So you would do when you're in a sales call or the initial site visit, you actually schedule an appointment, set up a VRA call. It doesn't have to be a VRA appointment. It's just you can now set up ad hoc VRA calls when I'm on site. Yeah.
If you've got access to Salesforce, yes. But and one of the nice advantages of VRA is you can divert people from actually having to show up in person. They can just direct them with the video remotely.
Meaning to
So-
say I'm the tech and I've got my video up and then I'm just like, okay, I'm going down this dark, scary hall. Do I turn left or right? And so it's like, when you're a
Oh,
spy
he's
and
for
you've
that
got your
purpose.
navigator in your ear, turn left.
More thinking like if you were trying to dispatch a bunch of things, some things could be diverted using VRA so that the technicians can actually just remotely go, oh yeah, okay, your water heaters needs that switch.
Just like prevent, oh yeah, that's the perfect, don't like reduce truck roll scenario.
yeah,
Like
where
I
you're
don't
still
even need to
scheduling
go on
people,
site. I don't
but-
need to know that there's a dark, scary hallway here. I'll just, support the customer remotely. I was just thinking more about like site plans, but I do like the idea of VRA for creating a site plan.
That is nifty.
Yeah.
So I think specific to this thing, you'd have to really test it out to know when you're stamping your value on the essay, because I suppose if it's a book appointment scenario, you got to really get in there and snare on it. There's that global setting, maybe that's 2 hours, but this one specific site or account or whatever needs it to be 3 hours or 15 minutes, whatever it is. When do you snap that string and put your value there? Because you don't want to get overwritten by the global, but you don't want to go so late that it calculates travel improperly.
Yeah. What's interesting, yes. So what happens, right? So if I've got let's try it. This is why we're here. I want to see if I have an appointment scheduled to me and which one it is so that it's A555. That's a very nice number to roll. Okay. Oops.
Line number 9.
Oh my God, you're the best. Thank you. So I have a service appointment. I have my duration. I have to change. So for those who don't know, changing to compact will display your field faster than jumping on one foot and tapping the top of your head. So we'll just call it 30 in minutes. Okay, perfect. So does it, oh, and are we smart? Should we say 60 minutes? Because I like it's 30 on the front end and 60 on the back end, like something like that. It'd be interesting to see. Okay, I'm going to make it an hour because I want to actually see a difference. I want it to be, instead of 10 hours, 11 hours.
So I don't even know that the duration for the worker is the biggest part of it. Is it designed around the arrival window? Is it going
Is
to
it
try and
right?
back feed it so that if you've put in your 30-minute buffer and the arrival window is 9 to noon, is it going to make sure I get to the parking area at 8:30 so I can get to the arrival window at 9? Because they don't care about your buffer, right? They want to see the face.
I don't know. So and let's just see all. Are you going to let me find 555 or no?
Do you need the SA dash?
Yeah, right, that's what I was thinking. Oh, there you go. Look at that. It's our lucky day. Yes, exactly. So is it adding more travel time, or is it, so right now my travel is 22 minutes. So let's just do a little scooch.
Who scheduled it? Because it looks like it was scheduled before.
Oh, yeah, me at some point. I don't know what I did. This could have been like, so I think it was last week. I'm losing my days, where we did the service appointment generator. So I'm creating a ton of appointments here using that. Okay, it added it to the front end of the travel. You see that? It scooched it.
It's in the whisker. And so I wonder if that's used in max travel from home. Yeah, that's evil. It's close to my house, but I got to sit in the garage 30 extra minutes doing whatever. It's not too far to get to. It's too far to get from the garage to the place. Eek.
Yeah. So how does that
Can you look
impact?
into the rule and see if they account for it?
Yeah, okay. Okay. Yeah, because it's from home. Okay, hold. Let's just look at the actual object. Fields, buffer. No.
If they just add to the travel, then Bruce is right. It will account it for travel to and from home.
And right, and then I've got that thing where it's actually, if I need 30 minutes on the front end and 30 minutes on the back end. So, okay. I have, again, so the call with the optimization team is next Thursday. They were asking for some questions. I have those questions. Anybody else have questions for this one? Is this worth digging into?
Yeah, there is a considerations page I just linked to.
Oh, sweet. Thank you. Thank you. There we go.
Specifically says it's not for the travel back
Maximum you can add is 120.
and only for ESO.
And for the crew,
Yeah,
not applied to absences, lunch breaks, or travel back. Okay.
And you travel 0, then it's not applied.
The assumption is if it's 0, it's a virtual appointment.
No, sometimes it's, I don't care how much you travel, just be there at 9. But if be there at 9 means 30 minutes buffer, then we can do that. We need to bake this time into the appointment.
Back into the appointment. Okay, so then I guess that's going to be the interesting thing, right? So when we are talking to customers, and I think about my scheduling workbook and all the design questions that I have, I would have to ask about travel buffers, and is this something that they consider as part of travel or the appointment itself? Because they are technically already on site. It's not, and I guess what do we consider travel?
Yeah. And I guess that only makes sense. It's like if the max travel from home rule is about distance,
Yeah,
you're still cool. But if it's somehow time,
correct.
then this sort of working against you and saying that's too far for you to get to because I've set up this parking lot buffer.
Yeah.
And I actually want to see that if they have a derivation from global to local, meaning, no, because they did have some like that for, I don't remember, was it priority or something like that?
Uh-huh.
If you don't have the number on the object, then it would take the global number.
Yeah. So travel buffer, not on derivation. And every single time I see this, I think, oh, they're allowing me to add a new mapping. This is what I always think this button does. Like in all the years.
Almost.
I know, right? Just add another field. Delete the whole mapping. Whoops. It's red. You got to press the red button. But location would be interesting. But this wouldn't be where it would pass that number. It would be with the flow. And
yeah, you can once they've given it to you on the SA, you can roll your own, but it's knowing where in the life cycle, when to do that, especially given like book appointments.
It's got to be before save, because when we book appointment, it's got to take that travel duration into consideration. So it's got to be a before saves flow. Okay. Something to build. Wait, where am I? Okay, here. Travel buffer. And then an actual documentation. What happened to my notes, y'all? I got like totally squirreled. There you go. Okay. I have not implemented complex work in a minute, so it's nice to see a little bit of love here. There was a project that somebody pulled me into asking me if I would recommend complex work. They've tried bundling, but bundling still stacks the appointments sequentially. But what they really wanted to do is run them concurrently. So it's not do one appointment and then do the next one. It's there's a possibility that you're doing all at the same time because you're servicing a group of people, not like individuals one by one, which I know is counterintuitive. I will tell a short story. There was a pet groomer that was a field service customer that got really upset with Salesforce for not allowing concurrent appointments to happen because they could wash 2 dogs at the same time. And yeah, we were like, sorry, we can't allow you to wash 2 dogs at one time. It's only got to be one at a time. Complex work could help start at the same time. Let's see what the things we can use priorities to schedule complex work chains. So what does that mean? Okay, so it's only available with enhanced scheduling and optimization. Defined priorities of all service appointments, including those that are part of a complex chain. So high priority appointments take precedence regardless whether they're part of the chain. What does that mean though? Because if I've got a very high appointment, like priority appointment, that's within a chain, but it has to happen after
so I guess look
a
at
lower priority.
I guess look at the previously. It always prioritized chains first, even if they were the priority is, I don't know, make the sun tea.
the whole chain gets prioritized, right?
Previously. So I think it's like being part of complex work gave you a boost in the past. But if you have, let's say, 3 low impact jobs chained together, make sure you, I don't know, dust the table in the morning and dust the cabinet in the afternoon and dust the hallway at night. But then we come in with a non-chained appointment, emergency room situation.
Mm-hmm.
They were saying they want to do the chain first because it's chained and it's harder to do, harder to think about in the system. Now it's like, here are these higher priority things to get done. Let's bring them up to C-level and say, let's consider them among their peers, whether chained or not. I think it's just saying chains don't always go first now.
Does that mean that there's something on, how do they determine what the chain is? It's looking at the individual appointment priorities to determine that?
No, so the chains are the ones that have the linkages, the service appointment dependencies.
Yeah.
So whether it's same start or whether it's this before that, etc. I think it knows if you are a member of a chain, not necessarily like bundling, but it knows whether there are dependency records that refer to this SA or not. I think it's saying in the past, look up maybe dependency.
I thought the Visualforce page was called.
Oh, then maybe it's just Visualforce.
Yeah, maybe I just pull in a Visualforce. It's not a component. It's not. Okay. Uh-huh. Okay. Oh, my brain. Okay. Complex. Wow, that was digging in the crates like big time. Okay. Save. Yeah, it's been a while since we've done this. Okay, so go back. Yeah, I guess my point is, right? How do we know? Sure, we know that this is part of a chain, but how is it looking at the individual service appointment priorities? Although right now it's not.
Yeah. Can you look at the
To
optic
determine
for
the
a second?
overall priority?
If you remember the way it works, it gets all the appointments that fall under the criteria, right? In this case, high priority, and then tries to schedule them based on the other rules.
Mm-hmm. So I guess that's to Bruce's point about what happened previously, right? If it was complex work, we always scheduled it first, regardless of if there was an emergency. This would always take precedence. So now we're just saying it is just regular, considered regular.
We're giving all a fighting chance, basically.
Yeah. Give the higher priorities a fighting chance. I thought it was like within the chain, but no, it's not. It's just give the high priority appointments a chance to take precedence because they're high priority.
Yeah, within the complex work, they did have this notion of there are important appointments that if you can't schedule that one, there's no reason to schedule the rest of the chain. So they do have that type of relationship within the chain.
Right. And I think they're leaving it open for what field it is, because don't forget in field service settings, you say what the SA priority field is, or the work order or WALI priority field is, and welcome to Formula World. But,
yeah, exactly. Okay. Yikes. Okay. That's interesting. So if we get into, so I do have to dig into complex work for this one customer. So that'll happen too. So I will safe harbor, like if there's a chance that I don't get to DevOps, it's because we're going to end up doing complex work. So I will just say that out loud right now. Okay. Bruce got love. What kind of love did you get?
Colors.
Oh, awesome. Whatever. Okay. I'm not even digging in. So I could change the color. Unless somebody wants to see that, I could care less about that. The one thing that I really would love to have is this. Do I actually have access to this in my simple demo org? Does anybody have capacity visualization or this like field service, a separate SKU. It's field service intelligence and operations. I don't even know how to set this up. What params do I need? Go to setup. Field service operations. And then go to field service operations. Okay, let's see. Nope. Oh. Hold on. You need the Tableau Einstein included app business user permission set. And I need Tableau. All right, let's see. What do we have in this box? So if anybody is a implementer and has access to Partner Learning Camp, you can also get access to these orgs. So if you don't have access to Partner Learning Camp, I guess let me know. There's also a demo org that I found exists, and I can't remember how to get it. So I'll post about how you can get that if you're interested in that too.
Which template is this? Is this just the standard SDO?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
And if they threaten you, it'll expire very quickly, like 30 days. You can open a support case to say, please extend it, and they'll say 6 months. So who knows if they'll do more after that. But
Great. I was
Even
surprised
better,
when I did that
you can
last
do with
time.
Agent Force.
It
Yeah.
seemed to be completely automated, and they gave me a full year.
Yeah, that's exactly what's happening now. Agent Force allows you to extend it for 1 whole year.
Yeah.
And it's
again, where do you
immediate,
get
which is
this
awesome.
Agent Force org from?
Do you have
Partner?
Partner Learning Camp?
I should.
Yep.
Okay,
Check it.
I'll look into it.
yeah,
Yep.
they might make you take a course on how to make an SDO. But as soon as you take that course, you get
Only like an hour.
some tab at the top where you can like request demo orgs and stuff.
I see. Yeah, because I tried to play with with the AI stuff latest, and it's 3 days that they give you access to an org. It was very annoying.
3 days sucks.
And not through partner, through one of the trails. They
Yeah.
say, click here, you create this org, but
the
for 3
agent-
days.
Thursday, speaking of which, I'll just do a little plug. Agent Force now is a thing. And if you want to get hands-on keys for Agent Force, there's one tomorrow, Thursday. What day? Yeah, Thursday. Agent Force now. And this one's only 5 days, I think. So if you go to Agent Force now and then sign up for this guy, this is the advanced one. So the first one was okay, but definitely you should just register, and then they'll give you the day of, they will give you a way to download an org, and it's got all of the practice. There's an exercise too. So it's set up specifically for this community. You might, for this event, so you might not want to keep it, but I've done this probably 3 or 4 times, this exact training, because that's the only way that I can remember what the hell to set it up. I don't have any actual projects happening right now. So this is my way of staying on top of it. To me, like mastering the first 10 steps is the repeating the first 10 steps. Like that's the way to do it.
Yep. Thank you. That's exactly what I was looking for.
You are welcome. Looks like it's related to Apex and Flow, and I guess something against this rag, but I don't know. We'll see. I am planning on doing this one, so I'll paste this in the link. Where are we? Here we go. All right, so just wanted to start wrapping this up. One or more. Okay. Send welcome. Okay, let's just see what happens. It doesn't seem like that Tableau Einstein, this one I have no idea what this is. I had 2 Tableau So I'm just hoping that maybe this language is outdated. Looks like it took it.
Right.
Although, who
Could it
knows?
also not be that those features or SKUs are so new that they haven't packed them into the STO yet?
Yeah, that's also
Like,
possible.
like a paying customer can get it,
Yeah.
but not for you.
100%. 100%. That's possible. Okay, so let's just double check field service operations. I don't even know if it actually, anyway. This white screen is a bit concerning. Yeah, so may not have it. Okay, so the other thing that I wanted to also check for summer 25 were the enhancements for data capture. So if you haven't had a play with data capture, highly recommend. This is the future. We do need to know this, like we know field service mobile flows. So recommend that you take a little bit of time to dig in. What is new is the ability to loop. Loops weren't supported before. The other piece is, I can't remember off the top of my head.
You can filter too,
You can filter. Sweet.
and you can add a
Um,
signature block straight in
Nice.
there.
You can do multiple
fast.
signatures too. And I think you can create a PDF now.
I think that's right.
Where is that?
It's, yep. So data capture is a new flow type. I did a video on it. So it's like, surprisingly, this like pink disco colors it's my most popular video.
Hmm.
I know. I'm like, that's weird. It's one of my earlier ones. So it's this pink one. Like this one has had the most views.
Could you
That is
post
just
the link
funny.
to that for us?
Yeah, of course.
Okay.
So this is just getting started on data capture. And I don't know why it takes so long for it to load, but I do show up at some point. But this is early on in my Descript
You
days.
looked worried.
It's awesome. Yeah, right? I always look worried because I'm like, what the hell is this? So there are two components in my sales demo org, this Wally viewer and the work plan viewer. No idea what the hell those are. So that's probably why my face is so perplexed. That's the, yeah. So anyways, have a lot of fun. There's,
Yeah.
so this is from spring and then now there's more enhancements here. Yes, go ahead.
I just wanted to check, did you get a chance to explore it on Android devices? Did you face any issues with them?
I don't have an Android device, so I haven't tested it. And then I did actually download the Android emulator and the iOS emulator. So maybe, yeah, I haven't had to check it, but I
Yeah,
know
was
that
trying to. Sorry, I was trying to see if I was seeing some challenges, but I didn't know if it was me or it was not supported on Android. Yeah, something. I was curious, so I thought
the field service mobile community is in Salesforce, the community. There's like a field service mobile community group. Recommend posting in there. They're pretty active in there, the product team. So you can ask and then see if it's supported and then log a case with Salesforce. Okay. Yeah. All right. So fun times. We are uncovering lots of stuff. We'll continue the conversation next week. And that's it for today. Thanks for hopping on.
Thank you. And thanks
Thank
for these
you.
resources.
Yeah, thanks. We'll try to create as much as possible because they've been a lot of fun to uncover. So you'll see a lot of bloopers in here too. And then hopefully at the end, we've got some wins, but yeah, you'll definitely see the bloopers. That's kind of my.
We need a blooper reel. Once a year blooper reel.
Exactly.
That
All
might
right,
be
y'all.
the best video.
Awesome.
See you guys.
Try to make it entertaining.